Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine at home. Right. So today we are going to look into a small different topic in English grammar. Yeah. So let us start off. Today we are going to look into nouns. Okay. So till now we have seen a small recap of what all we have learned in the previous classes. Okay. First we have learned about sentence. Yes children, so we know what is an alphabet, we know what is a word, we know what is a sentence. A recap once again, alphabets are the letters from A to Z, let it be capital or let it be small. Then we have learnt words. Words are nothing but group of letters put together form a word. So that word can be more than a single letter makes a word. Right? Now, after word, we go with the sentence. So, sentence is nothing but group of words put together which gives a correct meaning. That is what is called as a sentence. Okay? A sentence should have a proper meaning. It should make some sense. I can't speak nonsense and say that this is a sentence. Okay? So, a sentence is nothing but a group of words put together that gives a complete meaning. That is called as a sentence. And also we have seen the rules of writing a sentences also. That is how to write, how to start about. That is use always a capital letter whenever you are writing a sentence. You have to end the sentence with a full stop. And third thing is do not write capital letters in between but unless it is necessary. And the fourth very important point is the sentence should have a proper meaning. I cannot write or I cannot talk whatever comes to my mind. It should have a proper sense. So these four things form the basic rules of writing a sentence. Now today let us look into nouns. Okay, what are these nouns? Nouns also play a very important role in grammar because we should know what kind of a noun it is and where to use these nouns. If we do not know, the sentence meaning will change. Okay, so let us start off children. Nouns. So what is a noun basically? Words which are used as names of persons, places, animals or things are called nouns. So nouns are nothing but the words which are used in place of or to represent a person, representing the places, representing the animals or representing any things around us is called as a noun. Yes, a cat, a rat, a bat, a fan, okay, Taj Mahal. Yes children, then Gol Gumbaz, Charminar, Delhi, Hyderabad, Amaravati, all these they are called as the nouns because they are representing, right? Now let me go a little deeper. Persons, okay, when I am talking in particular, okay, Chief Minister, it is a noun. President, Prime Minister, okay, group of cabinet ministers, okay, those are the names. Or John, Ramu, Laksita, Parvati, all these they form the names of the person. That becomes a noun. Places, any place around the world, okay, that comes under a noun. Animals, you have seen so many animals are there, so many birds are there. Yes, so when you come across the names of the animals, that becomes a noun. That is called as a noun. Or a thing. Things are nothing but what all we see around us, they are the objects. So any object, a table, a fan, a board, green board, okay, door, window, chair, dining table, cupboard, all these are the things. Chalk, okay, it is also a thing. So these things they form the noun. Right children? Now let us see how many types of nouns we have and where to represent what. Okay. for your grade we have to know about 3. Okay, so nouns are divided into 3 types. One is called as common noun, the other one is called as a proper noun, and the collective noun. Okay, now let us go into each type in detail. Right, children? Hope you have understood till here what are nouns and how many types of nouns we have. Okay. Now let's talk about first common noun. So common noun is nothing but the nouns that are used in common. The word itself tells common, it is very common. Common to a person, common to a place, common to an animal, common to a thing. It is called as a common noun. Okay, generally we talk about general things. So that becomes a common noun. Okay, now let us see. A noun a noun that does not point out to any person, place, animal or thing is called common noun. So here you are talking all the things in general. Everything is going on in general. Now can we have some examples here? Say for example, say city. City is in general. We are not talking about which city are you. In particular I am not mentioning. Okay, that becomes the, in general we name it as a common noun. Then say hospital. Hospital is a thing, it's a building, it's a thing. You are not talking to which hospital you are talking about. Whether it is Sunshine Hospital or whether it is Kim's Hospital or it is NIMS Hospital, you are not talking in particular. Generally you are talking about. Then we call this as a common noun. Then I say boys. Boys, whole classroom, boys. Okay, I am not talking about one particular boy. I am talking about in general. Then I tell this boys as a common noun. Then I talk about girls. Okay, girls in general. Girls is a common noun. Then if I say about teachers. Everybody, teacher. Which teacher I am not talking about. Whether it is English teacher or science teacher or maths teacher or social teacher or Hindi teacher, Telugu teacher. I am not naming. In general when I speak about teachers, then I represent these teachers as a common noun. Okay, etc. So we are not talking in specific. So when you don't speak in specific, then it is called as a common noun. Right, children? So you must have understood what is a common noun till here. Right. Now let us look into the next part of the noun. That is proper noun. So a noun that is used to represent a person, place, animal or thing is called proper noun. So, what is a proper noun? Proper, it means you are talking in particular. I am mentioning Smith is a naughty boy. So, boy becomes a common noun. But here, Smith, out of all the boys in the class, Smith is a naughty boy. Then I say, Smith, Smith, why are you talking? Okay? Then I say, Mary, open your book. So, out of all the students, I am pointing out Mary. She's not opening the book. I say, Mary, open your textbook. So, whenever I point out to a particular person, to a particular place, to a particular animal, to a particular thing, then it is called as a proper noun. Okay? Now, persons you have come across. Now, places. I say, Agra is a beautiful city. Okay? Out of all the cities, I say Agra. Agra is a beautiful city. So, there Agra becomes the proper noun. Yes, children? Then animal. Elephants have long trunk. There are so many animals. But I am pointing out to the particular elephant saying that animals have long trunk. Okay? Now, think. This chalk is beautiful. Okay? So, I am talking about this particular chalk. When I talk about this chalk, that chalk becomes the proper noun. So, whenever you are talking about any particular object, any particular animal, any particular place or any particular person, that becomes the proper noun. I hope it's clear, children. Now, let us look into some examples again. What all I gave you already. So, Smith. Smith is a proper noun. Agra is a beautiful city. Bangalore is very cool. Okay? Now, Ooty is a wonderful place. So, when I talk about all this in particular, then I name it as proper noun. Yes, children, I hope you must have understood till here. Yeah. Now, let us look into the third type of nouns, that is collective noun. Now, collective means the word itself tells what it is. A noun that is used for the collection of things is called collective noun. So here, a noun that is used for the collection of things. You are collecting it. Okay, and that collection is given one name. So that name is called as a collective noun. Because I can't point out to each and every individual. I can't point out to each and everything. Yes, I can't count sometimes. Yes, when it becomes uncountable, then I give a particular name. I give a particular word as a noun. So, that collective objects, that collective persons, that collective places becomes a collective noun. Now, some examples can be when I say, I can see a flock of sheep. Yes, so example is flock of sheep. on the road. Means what? A big group of sheep are moving on the road. Here the word flock becomes the collective noun. Understood? The word flock becomes the collective noun. Now, I can also say crowd of people. Yes, so crowd of people were on the railway station. So there was a big crowd of people near the railway station. So there the word crowd becomes the collective noun. It is telling how many, whether the quantity is less or more. So when it is more, you give a specific name to it. That name becomes the collective noun. So for people we use the word crowd. For sheep we use flock. Yes, so like that differently we have a number of examples to represent a collective noun. Yes children, I hope you must have understood till here. Yes, so in your today what all we have learned, let us revise it once again. So we have seen nouns. What is a noun? All the naming words are nouns. Now these nouns are divided basically into three types, that is common noun, proper noun and collective noun. So common noun is nothing but the nouns that are used to talk about in general, okay, without any particularity. That is called as a common noun. And proper noun is when we talk about the noun that is used to talk the things in particular, then we use the word proper noun. Then we have collective nouns. Now when there are large collection of things, so a noun is used to represent the collection of things. So that word which is used is called as a collective noun. Yes children, hope you must have understood till the part over here. Yeah, in your term 1 textbooks you have got certain worksheets which are there after your English lessons. Okay, that completely set off around 2 to 3 pages in your term 1 book, though they contain the practice worksheet of your grammar. So try solving all those grammar worksheets which would be useful for you to write properly, to speak fluently. Yes children, I hope you must have understood